Parkways Foundation was established originally as the not-for-profit partner of the Chicago Park District, and in that sense we were the fiscal agent for much of the funding that was coming in. Since then, though, we've really grown and our reach has been expanded so that we are bringing in millions of dollars for the Park District that just wouldn't have been there before.
Partnerships are important to us because we could not do what we do at the Chicago Park District without partners like elected officials, corporations, philanthropic community, and advisory councils. If we didn't have them bringing their sweat equity and/or dollars to the table, we wouldn't have new field houses, new playgrounds, new soccer fields, baseball fields, and we wouldn't have the extensive programming that we do throughout the Chicago parks.
The Park District works with Parkways Foundation to determine what are the best investments in neighborhoods that most need our help and our attention. We have some phenomenal parks in our system, and many of them are in neighborhoods that have been neglected in the past, just because there isn't as much population that has the time and the economic support to be active in helping them.
An important part of every Parkways project is working with the communities, talking to them, finding out what their needs are, and really getting them involved in the project with the design of the project, the fundraising if it's possible, and any volunteers who can help us. It's a very important piece of what we do.
The garden party is the signature event of the Parkways Foundation. We have it every spring, and it is the party of parties, the luncheon where every woman and man can wear a hat, and it has become a large event in the city. The garden party looks at different projects that the Park District has, and we evaluate them and look at the projects that we would like to support. So we go to the communities to see what the needs of the communities are. For instance, in Washington Park, we realized that the community was in need of funding for an after-school program. So at one of the garden parties, we funded the after-school program for that year. And we found that the program was so well received that we have made it part of our annual funding. So it is now an ongoing project of the Parkways Foundation.
The Parkways Foundation came to the Washington Park Advisory Council and suggested to us that they wanted to renovate our playground. And the playground itself has to be nearly 100 years old. We saw this as a great opportunity to enlighten our park, along with allowing children of all ages to come and participate in a newly renovated project. But the Parkways Foundation didn't stop there. They then raised money to afford young people to participate in the after-school program. What it's done is open a door that quite often children of the community that can't afford to participate, they now have the opportunity.
One of the great things about our partnership with the Park District is, and under the current leadership of the Park District, is that we're able to think out of the box and creatively about brand new revenue streams. Lollapalooza is a 3-day music festival that happens in Grant Park. People from all over the country, all over the world have come to the festival, and Parkways has been involved from the beginning. Whether it's a major corporate sponsor who has their name on a Lollapalooza stage or the single ticket buyer, the message really is that anyone who participates and attends and enjoys Lollapalooza is making a difference in the neighborhoods, because those proceeds come to us, and we ensure that the proceeds are going to neighborhoods that need improvements or need new programs. Lollapalooza is an event that we've talked about since Lollapalooza came to Chicago, and it's a special preview event. So a couple of the Lollapalooza bands play. It's a way for us to bring a new audience to Parkways Foundation, to bring a new audience to understand the importance of parks. And all of the proceeds from that evening then come to Parkways Foundation, and we invest those into youth programs.
The Park District wanted to develop an expertise in universally accessible playgrounds. This Columbus Park playground is designed in a new way. It's designed to allow children and adults with disabilities to participate in play alongside other people without disabilities. Because we have this wonderful facility here at Columbus Park, we built it so we thought, well, maybe we'd try and find a way to get even more use out of it. The Adaptive Sports Camp is a tremendous idea. It's an opportunity for young people with disabilities to participate in events like basketball, golf, swimming, things that aren't necessarily a part of their regular rehabilitation. It's play, it's fun, and they get to do it here in the park.
Parkways Foundation helps for the blossoming of innovative ideas, and it also helps ideas already in existence to carry on and continue. The Inferno Mobile Recording Studio is a Chicago Park District program funded by Parkways that provides new media access to underserved populations and people with disabilities in Chicago. It's the opportunity for a kid who's 9, 10, 11, 12 years old to do something that they love to do. I get kids all the time when I go out into parks who are asking me like, how do you burn a CD? Or, what are you doing with us, when I leave? When are you coming back? Right now, I'm in the position of thinking about how I can use Parkways funding to go and further the program into that sustainable model.
The Wicker Park Garden Club is a group that's dedicated to having gardens in our park, 8,000 square feet, to train people how to design and maintain healthy and exciting gardens, and to show gardens in the neighborhood to the city at large. I approached the Parkways Foundation because I was chairman of the Wicker Park Advisory Council fundraising effort. We applied for funding for our bulb design class we do with children and adults, and I asked them to be our fiscal agent and to advise me in the fundraising campaign. Funding that comes from Parkways Foundation and the training that you can obtain to get funding from your community is really crucial, not only because there isn't a lot of funding, but because when people give funding to the park, they take a sense of ownership in the park, and then the park has sustainability.
Parkways is there, and I can focus my attention on writing to them. I think without a specific funder, ideas can really be lost in who do I go to find what I need. Well, I know who I can go to find what I need.
We've all seen the difference that it can make in a child's life when there's a wonderful program at the community park and the community park is in great condition so that they can use the park. It impacts their lives tremendously and therefore impacts the life of the whole family. So there's something there for everybody.
These are kids that have been reached in addition to kids that the Park District was reaching without our private funding. And it's making a big impact in their lives, in their families, in the entire neighborhood.